Hello, 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 and welcome back to my channel. I'm about to show you a video on how I had cooked my pork chops, my chicken, and the roasted potatoes. There's a couple things I wanted to cover before you begin watching it. The first of all is I really stress situations for the ones who are learning to cook, cross-contamination. It's very important to take the extra step and how you store your meats, your vegetables in your refrigerator for that. Anytime you're defrosting a meat, if you're pulling it from the freezer, if you bought it from the store, put the meat maybe in a pan or even in the lower part of your refrigerator, I apologize, so it's not dripping. Have something on it or underneath it, so it's not going to drip on anything within your refrigerator. That is key. I'm being really sincere. Another thing that I wanted to cover in the video is Poppy Chirlo. Poppy Chirlo is a Chihuahua that Ray and I have rescued a few years back. And he is an elder. He's an older dog and he has a horrible cough. And knowing that we've rescued senior animals, they're only with us for a short period of time. And Poppy is on medicine twice a day for the fact of the heart murmur and the coughing. So I don't want you ever to feel that we don't care for our babies. We love our babies. And with the time when I made that video that you're about to watch, it was raining that day and the humidity really bothered him. And so that was a concern. So if you hear him, that is the reason behind it. I really enjoyed making that. I guess being a first-time person learning how to cook and how to cook certain things, there's little techniques that I'm wanting to give you, what I have learned as working in the restaurants of the years I've worked, and the tips that my mother and my grandmother, even my father, had given me. So I really hope you enjoy this video. If you do, share it, give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate the feedback of the videos that I've been receiving. It means a lot, more than you know. And yeah, enjoy. And I hope you guys enjoy those tips I give at the end, because, you know, I'm not the type of person who just keeps everything in, and I don't like seeing someone falling. I'm here to empower, uplift, and validate how important you are. It was fun making that. The next one I'm going to be making for you is going to be like a shrimp Alfredo with linguine, if I can say that, with some garlic, or not garlic bread, some bread. So yeah, enjoy the video, and thank you for your patience. And I didn't say at the end of the video, I just almost done wrapping up as editing purposes of it. You be good to yourself, be good to others, for we do not know what part of this journey they're on. Thank you for your patience, and I am no expert. Believe me, I am learning every single day. So enjoy, have a good laugh. Thank you. Bye. The video will start right after this, I promise. Okay. Bye guys. Hello, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be cooking in the kitchen with me, Jana J. What we're making for dinner tonight was, I was going to grill. We don't ever really ever, maybe 5 times out of the year, cloudy days. But today it's raining in El Paso, Texas. It is raining. So I don't want to take the chances of utilizing an electric grill outside and get shocked. So what I'm going to do, it sounds like it's my security thing that just went off. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to make them inside, and I'm going to be cooking today pork chops in one skillet and then chicken in another. So The thing that the reason why I'm making these videos is back in the day, I'm going to be really sincere, when my babies were little, I was afraid to make chicken or pork chops. Only once in a blue moon I did more box stuff because I felt safer, like Hamburger Helper, Chili Mac, that kind of thing. It's just because I was afraid I was not making it right, and I didn't know what questions to ask or what to look for, or the cooking. I took a cooking class in high school. I think it was high school or middle school. I don't remember even what grade I was in, but that was years ago. And my mother worked all the time, so I'm not blaming her. It's just I really didn't have the techniques that I'm learning, and I feel more comfortable today making a roast in the oven, or making some, fish, because I've been cooking a lot of fish. But today what we're going to be doing is doing chicken breasts and also pork chops, two different things, and roasted potatoes, red potatoes, with olive oil with some Italian seasoning, coated and then baked in the oven, and then just heat up some frozen vegetables on the side. So that's what we're having for dinner. The reasoning why of the two different ones, so I'm more or less making two dinners in a row, so Ray can take some maybe for work, or he can snack on for tomorrow's situation. So that is what we're having today. You're going to be seeing a cat real soon, and I just cleaned that counter. I just pulled my hair up. I just got done making 6 videos for this week. It was a lot of fun making those videos. Yeah, I was right. It was a lot of fun making those videos. A lot of questions and a lot of soul searching, and I didn't cry, which was even an extra bonus. No tears in these videos. It was a good time. So, Missy, my goodness, they all just had a bone. Soul was chewing my booty out. So I have some bubby. They don't like it raining outside. They're not used to being stuck inside. They're not stuck in. How can I put? It's raining even harder now. But anyway. I usually try, when I'm making these videos, I'm just rambling. When I make these videos, I'm trying to make it cost-effective, easy on you to feel comfortable to try these things, and an idea, and a helpful hint. So at the end of the video, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, I probably should have had them sealed, but that's okay. What this is coffee. And I'm going to give you a hint what I do with this at the end of the video. What am I going to do with all of this brewed coffee grinds? So yeah, I need to get it done today. So that will be something at the end of this video that I will share with you. So today, hi Simba. He made his appearance. He knows I'm about to start cooking. So he knows I just cleaned this off with the disinfectant. So he decided to come up here and to make an appearance. Is that right? Yeah. You see the feathers in your hair? Not real feathers. They're just long. From the Maine Coon, they have big paws and they have these excess feathers, or hairs that we call feathers. Yeah, he's not very happy with me. So I had some leftover potatoes I'm going to wash up, and then I will show you what I will do next. So I'm going to wash these in the sink with a vegetable brush, and then I will put them in a bowl and I'll show you, okay? Okay, so right now I have the oven at 430, and now I wash the potatoes. I'm going to bring you over. Sorry. Here we go. Hopefully. There's a lot of accidents happening right now. Hey, happening right now with the weather, and in El Paso, people are just they have a hard time. And the reason why they have a hard time is because of, we don't get a lot, wow, sorry. Yes, Sophia. We don't get a lot of rain. And so when it rains, the oils from the asphalt come up and it makes it more slippery. And people think they continue speeding along the roads and they forget that they need to slow down. Okay. So right now, I'm sorry guys. Okay. It's not focusing. Focus! There we go. Okay. So I'm going to do now, I'm just going to cut my potatoes in 4s. It might be smaller too. I've washed them. Maybe even smaller than 4s. Well, you can hear Sophia and you can hear Mr. Coco in there. You look a little awkward over there, my camera. Her name is Audrey. I call her Audrey. She seems a little... Maybe I need to bring you in. You hear him talking? He's just talking up the storm. Okay. One thing I can only stress if you are a new person cooking, and I'm being sincere, always invest into a good set of knives, okay? I think in one of my videos, and I need to ask Ray someday, here this year I should say, maybe I'll cut them up in different sizes, a new set of pans. The pans that I've had for years, so but yeah, always, if you know, don't buy cheap knives because you can hurt yourself, and if you take care of your knives, it'll last a long time. I'm being sincere. Also, one thing about cutting boards, you know, the wood, be very careful when you're utilizing the wood. I have tons of really nice wood cutting boards, but I don't really use a lot of my meats on my wood. I have certain ones for meat, to be honest. I have one big one for my meat, I have another one for my vegetables, and then another one for my cheeses. And the reasoning is cross-contamination. I think working in the restaurants and storing your products, you know, you just got to be careful. You don't store meats and chicken and fishes above vegetables. You always keep your meats in the lower level. Yeah, because the drippings can be cross-contamination. So right now what I'm doing is just I'm making up the rest of these potatoes that we've had. I think we had used these. I might have to get a deeper bowl. I don't know. I might have to cut these in half. When we made the green bean, corn on the cob, and potato mixture, when he did all that smoking that one time outside. I'm not really of a smoker. He does all the smoking on the grill. I do more of the barbecuing, you know, but once in a while he lets me do it. He knows I have good days and bad days, and he's been very patient with me. I had promised him this dinner for the last 2 nights, and I haven't made it till today. So another thing that's very nice, and I'm going to change the subject, I apologize, is cutting boards. I have different color cutting boards. Like for example, this green one's for just my vegetables, and it has a little vegetable on it. And then I have one for beef, and then I have one for fish, and then I have one for poultry. So they're very, very nice. I know they scratch up really easy, but it's just nice. So I know this one is just be designated with my vegetables, or that one, and Ray knows just pull that other one just for beef. So keep my other knives over there, and I'm going to put this in the sink and this in the sink. And so what I'm going to do now, I brought out some spices. I brought out some garlic salt here. I don't know if you're able to see that. I'm hoping it'll focus. Some Italian seasoning. You can use any seasoning you want. Salt and pepper. In fact, scratch that. I'm going to use the Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and garlic, but I'm also going to use a little bit more garlic. We love our garlic. And then I'm going to be putting some red pepper flakes in there too. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my olive oil. Be very careful, that lid came real loose. I might have to buy a new one. Looks like I might have to. That does not make me happy. But that's okay. We'll just have to be very, very careful. Okay, so what we're going to do, I think I'm going to get a bigger bowl. Wow, you don't even see that. There you go. Hopefully that will stay for you. Let me get a bigger bowl right here. And I'm going to put the potatoes in there. And I'm going to drizzle it. Looks like I'll be needing to get a new bottle top. That's okay. It's quite a lot of oil. I'm going to sprinkle some red pepper in there. I think Soul's talking to Coco. Yeah. I really love this from McCormick, these brands. I really, really do. They make this one. Let me show you what else they make. Oh, I should use that one. They make a garlic, herb, black pepper, and sea salt. And then they make a garlic, onion, pepper, and sea salt one. So I'm going to use the herbs. Okay. And then just stir it up. I'm going to coat it, make sure that majority of them have it. Now the one I used was a garlic, herb, and black pepper and sea salt. It smells really, really good. I've already had my oven preheated to 430. We're a little higher elevation here. You can make it at 425, but I usually go between 5 to 10 degrees higher, and that's why I have mine. And it takes about, honestly, 45 minutes to an hour for this to cook, to roast in the oven. So I try to get my potatoes done first. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit with garlic salt. I know, I hear you over there. Okay, that looks really, really good. I'm not going to be adding any more oil to that. Let me turn some light on. I apologize, kids. Oops. Any more oil to that. It's very well coated, and what I mean by that, the seasoning is sticking to the potatoes, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take out my pan here. And I'm going to get some flour. get any pan? I don't know. I worry about the metal flakes, if that makes sense. That makes me worry. So, what I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna get some foil. There you go. Simba, please be good. I'm asking nicely. That's all you want in. I'm gonna grab some foil. And what I'm going to do now, with it being about 430 degrees, I am going to coat the foil with some avocado oil, okay? Looks like I need to get some new toppers. I never knew they would go out. Huh? Who knew? I'm just spreading it around so the potatoes won't stick on the... I'm just using the same spoon as when I stirred up the potatoes. Okay, so it's all nicely greased. So now what I'm going to do, when I lay them flat on the cookie sheet like so, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my cracked pepper and I'm going to go over lightly over the potatoes, okay? I know, oh, it's really coming down, look at that. It's hitting the front window and he is just... There we go. So right now, my time, I know what time I'm putting this in. Let me see if I can come in a little closer. And that's what it looks like. Ooh, sorry kids. Let me move you over. There you go. I know. You guys don't understand. Why is it raining now? We never get rain. Okay. Hey Google, will you set me a timer for 1 hour?
1 hour, and that's starting now.
Okay. So I'm gonna get the stuff ready for the, wow, I just thought it looked really rough. I look rough, and that's okay. You know what? I'm not here to be a beauty queen. I'm just here to empower you and learn something new. Right? Right. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get the chicken and pork chops ready and how I make those. So hold on. I just grabbed some frozen vegetables, some frozen broccoli that I had left over. So I'm going to put that in a pan. Move you guys. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I know, I know. There we go. Here we go. There's only a little bit left, so I also grabbed some Oriental stir fry. So it has, it's very frozen. It has mushrooms and broccoli and carrots and red pepper. So I'm going to have add a little bit of this too. And one reason why I want to use it up, I have baby corn too, that's nice. The reason why I picked the green vegetable is because appearance. You always want to think about presentation. And also, what am I lacking out of this meal? You got your starches, which is your potatoes. You're gonna have your meats. I probably could have just had a salad, but I'm gonna go ahead and just do salads tomorrow, probably with the leftover chicken. Slice it up. But I wanted some vegetables in here. And what I'm going to do, I need to find some frozen containers because it just seems like it freezes up because of the moisture. So what I'm going to do is add some water. Hopefully my aunt, no, I can't. See, I'm not messing it up too much. What I'm getting out is a measuring cup. That's what I'm doing. And boy, you guys can surely hear Coco talk. Here you guys go. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna add some water to that. And like when I made my, what meal was it? What meal was it that I made? And I didn't want to cook the vegetables, overcook them. I like them to be a little firm, done, but not squishy, because I wanted to keep the color and the richness. So what I'm trying to do is make it a very colorful, enjoyable dinner appearance. So, I'm going to, like I stated, it was going to be an hour for the potatoes to cook. I put that in about 10 minutes ago. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to let this set. I'm not going to turn this on yet. I probably won't turn this on until the last maybe 10 to 8 minutes before dinner is served. So that gives it enough time to sort of defrost a little bit. I'm probably pre-early. Some people are going to correct me on this, but this is what I've done. There's no meat in here. There's nothing else in here. I've not seasoned it. I probably should add a little bit of salt. Yeah, a little bit of salt. And just let that thaw a little bit. I did add a little bit of water, and we'll wait on that. Now this is going to be this pen right here. Let me bring you down. Hold on, I'm sorry guys. Bring you back. Oh no, it's out of battery. This would be for the pork chops. This would be for the chicken. Okay? The pork chops are a little fatter. They're the thick pork chops. So I'm going to use this as space, and this is to be for the chicken breast. So I'll be right back. Okay, I didn't realize there were 3 of them, which works out even better. So there's 3 pork chops, thick cut pork chops without the bone, and I have 2 chicken breasts. Also, the chicken breasts were the ones that I purchased that had already had Italian seasoning on it. So I'm just going to docker it up with a little bit more seasoning on it, and then I'm going to put this garlic jalapeno Weber seasoning on the pork. One thing I cannot stress, cross-contamination, guys, do not, and that's just the way I am, just who I am. I know I'm making more dishes. Oops, hold on, kids. Use tongs for each of the items separately. I have tongs for my pork and tongs for my chicken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to salt it. And garlic salt. Ray likes his garlic salt. Okay, and I'm going to put a little bit more in this one. And I'm going to turn it. And what I put in the pan was I drizzled, I shouldn't say sprinkled, I drizzled some avocado oil. So what this contains is, it's going, if I can read it properly, it's going to be salt, garlic, onion, sugar, spices, jalapeno pepper, chili or green bell pepper, and of course salicylic acid, gum, rice concentrate, and natural flavors. So that's what I'm using today, if you can see that. Hopefully, I noticed in the last video I wasn't focusing very well. There we go, beautiful. Okay, and then on this one, it already has the Italian seasoning. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab 2 small paper towels. One for my pork, for the utensil to sit on, and then one for my chicken. Okay. I'm going to put some more garlic herb. Whoa, I don't need to take that off. Open it. It's the garlic herb, black pepper, and sea salt. Okay. And I'm going to just coat it a little bit more. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. And I'm gonna, oops, hold on, kids. And then a bit of garlic. Well, no, there's garlic in there. I gotta watch my sodium. A little bit more of this. One thing when you're cooking also chicken, always have the thickest part down to the heat first, to cook first. Like the meatiest part of it to the heat first when you start cooking it. I pray to the Lord that made sense. I pray. Okay, I'm gonna just put my seasoning. I always, you guys are gonna hear me say it when I start cooking, as clean as you go, and that's how I work it. So I'm just gonna cover these up, grab my lid for that one, and I'm going to, it's about 4 o'clock. I'm going to start this burner on a low. Oh, this one just started up. This will be on a low, and this will be on a low. Okay, just for right now, just get them heated up, the pans, the oil's going a little bit, then I'll start it up. And that's one reason why I have not, let me reverse that. I'm gonna curse myself. I start low on it, and then when it gets down to that point of about, I turn it up a little bit to get that crunchiness, because he likes his things crunchy. He loves crunchy fried chicken, or he's just, yeah. And I really don't like that, to be honest, but he likes his food differently than I do, and I have to modify the situation. So what I do is I start low, knowing about the time he's going to be walking through that door. He could be probably coming in about 5. So I am now have these on low, start heating up that pan, getting those oils going, getting the pan coated kind of situation. You also, what you could do is start hot and bring it down low. You could do that too. Either or, to be honest. He's just heading home. Sorry, puppy. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry, baby. I didn't see you. I apologize. So I'm going to do, not knowing what time he's coming home, that's part of the reasoning. I'm going to bring it about to a medium on them, okay? That's the only reason why I had them on low, is I didn't want to overcook it. I didn't want to dry out the pork chops. I didn't want to make them leathery. I wanted them to be cooked completely, but it's a good firmness to them, but not dried out situation. So I have them both on medium, and they're going. I wanted to show you something. I just cleaned off that counter. I'm constantly going through so many paper towels because of these babies, but that's okay. As you can tell, there's a whiteness coming on that, okay? And one thing I want you to see, when you see it white like that right here, that's getting done. Here pink is raw. So what I'm going to do is just leave that so. Also, I don't know, I probably should be honest with you. I'm going to be adding some more oil to this, okay? But I wanted to show that to you. I just want to stir them around so they don't get burnt or, you know, crispy on, lose its seasoning. I think I lost, well, that one still has the seasoning on it. That does too. There we go. So, but I wanted to show that to you. So what that means is this bottom portion right now is being cooked and this upper portion is raw. See if I can come in closer on that. You can see that, okay? That's not healthy to eat when it's raw. Okay, I'm going to cover it up. So that's cooking like so. And I'm going to bring you up a little bit. So now I'm going to check on the chicken. So on your chicken, oh my God, if you, let me bring you in a little closer to the chicken. There you go. You see there's like a white film right here. That part is cooking. All of this, like the opaque pink kind of situation, that's raw chicken. You do not want to eat the raw chicken. So right now, I just turned up the little burner a little bit more, and I'm going to add a little bit of more oil, okay? There we go. Yes, Coco Mama hears you. There we go. There we go. The oil's boiling now. It's a big thick of chicken there. So I'm going to cover, and the reason why I cover my meat, of course, it saves on oil splatter, but it also brings the heat, keeps the heat within. As you can tell in this pan here, if you're able to see it, you see the outer edge is cooking in. It's cooking from the outside inward, okay? I'm going to be turning this down just a tad on this one. And what I'm going to do, I don't want my camera to get sprayed with oil. So, hold on, kids. It's not good for the bird to have that going like that. Okay. So what I want to show you, if you're able to see that. Okay. I turned them. I did not want them burnt. So it has a crispy coat on it. So I flipped it I flipped the pork, and grab the tongs, and now it's cooking on the other side, okay? There you go. This is not ready to be flipped yet, the chicken. So just make sure you keep an eye on that. Make sure that you don't burn one side of your meat kind of situation and clean out. There you go. So right now what I'm going to do, I'm going to check my my potatoes. And what I'm doing is I'm just stirring the potatoes. They're looking really, really nice. I hope you guys can see that. Probably can't see it. I just cut the potato. Oh, those are turning out really sweet, guys. So what I'm going to do, this is how the potatoes are looking. Okay. All right. You okay, Coco? You all right in there, kiddo? Okay. On this chicken right here, let me see if I can zone you in. I just don't want the oil to spread. Hold on, kids. Okay. On this one here, you can almost tell it's almost completely cooked through right there. So I'm going to flip her. And this one I need to flip over. That one's really, it's much thicker, so it's going to take much longer time. So, I'm going to turn my vegetables on to a medium on my vegetables. We've already stirred our potatoes in the oven. Don't forget about that. And we have our chicken flip and then our pork chops. I would go ahead and check the pork chops one more time. Make sure it's not burning. We're doing really good. See that? So, at this point, they're getting pretty nicely colored on both sides. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to be very honest with you, I don't want them to burn. So I'm going to turn down this burner here, almost like to a low, medium low on this. So the heat is now enclosed to this lid and it's going to be cooking the inside. We don't want to burn the outside. We want a beautiful color, beautiful presentation, but we want them done. On this one, we turned it up a little bit more and we are, checker. Still hasn't gotten dark on the one side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring this up a little bit. There you go. The humidity is really bothering Mr. Puppy. Yeah. It's okay, baby. It's okay. I know. What time is it? Oh, I know. Medicine time almost, isn't it? Okay, my pork chops are done. So what I'm going to do is it's on low, and I want to show you how it looks like. This is what they look like. They're brown on both sides. They smell really good. You can smell the hotness of it. So those are done. Also, I had tried to put the thermometers in the meat, but I just threw them away. Both of them that I had shown earlier. So I think next time when I go to the store, I'll pick up a new one, because I want you to feel comfortable how to use them, and we should be using them so we are cooking safely situation. So this one's my chicken. I don't know if you can see it. Let me maneuver my camera. Okay. This is going to be the chicken. Also, if I am not knowing how experienced you are, I'm just more or less, when I say these tips, these are not for the experienced cooker. It's for the ones who are just learning or wanting. Whenever you're opening a lid, there's a hole there, open away from you, so the steam is away from you. Don't ever open that lid towards you, because you can get a splatter on you or burn yourself. It's a very, very dangerous. This is getting very hot, the lid. So this chicken breast is done. It's pretty good. This one's completely done. But what I'm going to do on this one is turn down that burner. Okay? So whenever you lift a lid, open away from you. Don't open straight up, and the reason why, you can have that steam come right up on you and burn your wrist or your skin kind of situation. You don't want that. So you pull away from you situation. The vegetables are turning out really, really well. They're defrosted. They're cooked, I should say. They're oh, it looks really, really good. So, and then the potatoes, you see how the potatoes are. Oh yeah, those are beautiful. And here are the potatoes, if you see those. Those are nice. So what I'm going to do is keep them in the oven, shut off the oven. Those are done. To make sure they're done, you know, even though it has a coating around them, you need to poke them like with a knife or something, just to see if you're able to go in. They're tender. So I got my knife here, and I'm going to find a nice thick one. Don't find a thin one. Find a nice thick one, and see if it'll go right in. And it does. It's really nice. They're cooked really well. Yep. Sounds like testing a cake kind of situation. No, I shouldn't say that. It's like when you're cooking. Sorry. When you're cooking potatoes, you want to make sure you can put the knife through it. Sorry, kids. The knife through the potatoes, even when you're making mashed potatoes, make sure you can put the fork or the knife through it, so you are, the potato is done. So, it's not firm. So yeah, we're coming along. This is, when you're juggling two types of pans, this, as technically, you know, if you're an experienced, you're able to balance the both of them. If a new person, probably get a little overwhelmed. So maybe just doing one set of a type of meat, like just pork chops, not both, the pork chops and chicken. And yeah, go from there. It's one of those days, yeah. I just didn't want the hair in the food, that's why it's up. So I'll be back. Another hint I can tell you is clean as you go. Wipe down counters, do the bowls. I've already did the dishes when I washed the potatoes and cut the potatoes. Those are already done, in exception of one. Put away. I did put some of the knives in the dishwasher. Just cleaning, you know, I mean, I don't know, I'm just weird like that. So, yeah. I got to eat at the bar, so I have it sort of pre-made that has been re-cleaned, trust me. What else? So yeah, it's one of those things of clean you as you go. Don't feel overwhelmed. Everything's on low, and in fact, I'm turning everything down. And what I'm doing is I'm turning everything down, keeping the lids on, maintaining the heat within the pans. He should be coming in. I'm shutting the oven off. Oh, I already did. He should be coming in the door within 5 to 10 minutes. One thing that I want you to also remember, when you cook meat or beef, let's say you're barbecuing or even cooking in the oven or on the stove, you should need to remove it from the heat and let it set. And let it set for a few minutes. You see a lot of times, especially with your beef, like a roast or a pork loin, you let it set for a few minutes, then you cut into it. Even with your lasagna, if you're making a frozen lasagna, you notice times when you get it out of the oven, you cut right into it and it's like falling all apart. It's not pretty anymore. Presentation is so important and it makes you enjoy the dish. Let it set. Let your lasagna set for at least 3 to 5 minutes, and that's okay. It's not going to cool off. It just came out of a hot oven, and it will, I don't know what it is, but it just sets. And with your beef, it just, I guess I need to find out why we need to let it set, the meat set. I've always been taught when I was cooking in the kitchens. Let's see if I have to. Why set meat? Okay. Hey Google, cancel timer. Let beef set after pulled out of oven. Let meat set when, let meat rest. How long should I let meat rest before cooking? If given the time to rest, meat loses the juices cut into it. Okay, how long should I let meat rest? If given time to rest, the meat will lose less juices when you cut it, and when you eat it, the meat will be juicier and tastier. Time taken to rest will depend on the size. The roast is best to rest for 10 to 20 minutes for carving. Steaks or chops should stand for 5 minutes, but no less than 3 minutes before serving. So the reason why you let your meat rest is to keep, that sounds like Papa, to keep the juices, and it makes it tastier, it's stated. So that's why we do that. So I want to make sure I get the right technical, me just making stuff up. So, but yeah, that's why we let meat rest. So right now I'm letting my meat rest. He should be coming any minute. So, and then we'll find out what he enjoys, if he even liked it. So I'm keeping the potatoes. I'm gonna check to make sure they're not burnt. We don't want burnt potatoes. That'd be a waste. That would be a huge waste. So I'm hurting. I should never did that twist. That one hurt bad. Okay. Yes. So there we go. There we go. That looks good. So we have the potatoes, we have the vegetables, we have the pork, and we have the chicken. So I will take photos of everything. Thank you guys. I'll be back. All right, we just finished dinner. I just started the dishwasher, and Ray has said, how many times do you enjoy dinner?
I enjoyed it very much. I I said it about 5 times already.
Yeah, he really, really enjoyed it, and I didn't even have to make him say that. So, yeah, it turned out really well. The roasted potatoes, the first time I've ever made them, turned out really, really well when we cooked them with olive oil and the Italian seasoning. So, the helpful hint that I have for all of you is the coffee grounds. We've been starting to save our coffee grounds, and we've been putting them inside our plants, especially the ones outside. And what I was looking up, the acidic of it helps the minerals within the soil to help the plants grow. So before you start throwing these out in the morning, just grab one of your bowls out of the cabinet and just start saving it. And I just mix it in the soil, and then I water the plants. So yeah, it's always, you know, you're just trying to recycle and mineralize the landfills out there. So yeah, use your coffee grounds if you are a coffee drinker. Also, what I've been doing, I don't think Ray knows this, is the little ones. Maybe I already heard Ray know. Or I threw it away. But these little guys take so much plastic and you know, as pollution of the earth. What I've been doing is I've been opening and dumping my coffee inside of here. So yeah, here in the States, they're not as strict as in Europe or overseas as in recycling. I know the YouTube channels I watch, they're really big about the plastics and glass, and the paper and stuff like that, and the food. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. We're needing to buy a thermometer for the meats, so you guys show you how to make sure your meats are cooked properly, and he enjoyed it. So I think that's it. Thank you guys. We'll see you soon. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Ray really liked it. He usually says he likes things, but he really enjoyed that. I really think it was the jalapeno garlic seasoning on the pork chop that made it the hit, and the red pepper sprinkles on the roasted potatoes. Thank you guys for staying and watching the whole video. Let me know what you enjoyed out of it. Leave a comment below. If you liked it, thumbs up. Share it with your family. Enjoy cooking. Cooking should not be a challenge. Believe me, I understand. I've been in your shoes of fear. So if I can do this, you can do it too. Have a good day, and I'll see you in the next cooking video. I love you, and thank you again. Be good to yourself, be good to others, for we do not know what part of the journey they are on. Have a good one. Bye guys.